VGT and QQQ are often treated as the same fund with just some different tickers, and they are not, right? They answer completely different questions about how to own tech and the differences between them in what they actually hold, what they cost, and of course how they performed. They matter way more than most people even realize when they're deciding which one of these funds to actually buy. So let's talk about the complete comparison here, and there's a winner on most of these metrics that really does matter. VGT is the Vanguard IT ETF, information technology. It currently trades around $113 per share following a Vanguard share split in 2026. It tracks the MSCI USA IMA Information Technology 2550 Index. That name matters. Information technology as defined by the Global Industry Classification Standard. VGT holds approximately 316 stocks. Expense ratio 0.09%, dividend yield like 0.35%. QQQ is the Invesco NASDAQ 100 ETF, currently trading around $684 a share. It tracks the NASDAQ 100 index, the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ exchange. QQQ holds 101 securities, expense ratio around 0.18, dividend yield approximately 0.42%. On the surface, both look like, tech, but what's inside each of these is different. VGT holds only companies classified as IT, information technology, under the GICS system. That means Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Broadcom, Visa, MasterCard, Salesforce, and Qualcomm, pure technology and payment companies. Technology is 98.5% of the fund here. QQQ holds the 100 largest NASDAQ-listed companies, regardless of sector. That means Amazon, classified as a consumer cyclical, Meta, Alphabet, classified as communication services, Netflix, also communication services. These are significant NASDAQ companies that do not appear in VGT because they are not classified as information technology. That distinction is the core of this entire comparison, okay? So here's the framework. The right fund obviously depends on what specific exposure that you want and what the trade-offs are that you are willing to accept for yourself. If you want pure tech sector exposure, only the companies that the market classifies as tech, VGT is the answer. If you want the broader NASDAQ 100, which includes obviously Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, Netflix, alongside the pure tech names, QQQ is the answer. Everything else, right? The fees, the performance, the volatility, flows from that difference in composition. The correlation between them is like 0.94 to 0.97, meaning they move almost identically. Owning both adds almost no diversification, do you? And you'd essentially be literally paying two expense ratios for the same exact exposure. But we got to talk about the 10-year performance, because over the past 10 years, VGT has delivered approximately a little over 24% annually. QQQ has delivered approximately a little over 20% annually. That's a pretty big gap, roughly 3.5 to 4% percentage points per year. I think that's significant. On $100,000, 10-year returns of 25% versus 20% produce a big outcome difference. VGT's pure tech concentration, particularly in Nvidia during the AI cycle, has been the driver here, obviously. But let's talk about the 5-year returns here. VGT at approximately 21% versus QQQ at approximately just under 20%. Maximum drawdowns, VGT takes the cake here. This one really surprises most people too. Pure tech sounds riskier, right, than a diversified NASDAQ 100, but QQQ's worst historical drawdown is 82%, VGT's 54%. The difference comes from the composition of each index during the 2000 to 2002 dot-com collapse. QQQ held many of the speculative internet companies of the late 90s that fell 90% or more. VGT's index structure and holding requirements provided some different exposure. The result, QQQ's historical worst case was significantly deeper than VGT's. Now, obviously, the fee difference is worth considering. VGT is, at half the cost. VGT charges 0.09% annually. QQQ is like 0.20, roughly 2 times as expensive. On $10,000 over 20 years, the difference alone produces like $1,000 more in favor of VGT's favor, assuming identical gross returns. On 100,000, that's a little over $7,500 capped rather than paid in fees. The fee gap is not dramatic, obviously, in any single year, but it does compound in VGT's favor consistently over long holding periods. But where does QQQ have an edge? QQQ has one big structural advantage. Liquidity. It's one of the most actively traded ETFs in the entire planet, which means extremely tight bid-ask spreads and the ability to enter and exit large positions without finding a lot of friction. For the average retail investor, building a long-term position, obviously that doesn't usually matter to retail, but for anyone trading in a larger size or using QQQ for some tactical positions or covered calls, that's a big driver. QQQ also gives you Amazon, Meta, Alphabet alongside the tech core. If you believe those companies belong in your portfolio alongside the pure tech, and honestly, there's a reasonable case to, at least for me, QQQ packages them together in a single fund. VGT excludes those. But let's talk about this correlation a little bit, because both portfolio lab sources confirm a 0.94 to 0.97 correlation between these two funds. Holding both is kind of close to meaningless from a diversification standpoint. You're essentially just paying two expense ratios for what accounts to like literally one concentrated position in large cap growth technology. If you own QQQ and you're considering VGT, the practical question is whether you want to even switch, right? Not whether to just add it, okay? So here's a scorecard of all this. 10-year return, VGT wins by roughly 3.5 to 4 percentage points annually. 5-year return, VGT wins by approximately 2.3 percentage points. Maximum drawdown, VGT wins as well. Less catastrophic historically, as we talked about. Expense ratio, obviously VGT beats QQQ as we already had discussed. Sharpe ratio, risk adjusted, VGT currently leads at 1.67 versus 1.42. Liquidity, obviously QQQ wins. Dividend yield, QQQ wins versus, VGT's, 0.36%, slight QQQ edge. Obviously the breadth of coverage, QQQ includes Amazon, Meta, Alphabet. VGT obviously includes them as we talked about already. For a long-term investor who wants concentrated tech exposure at the lowest possible cost and is comfortable with volatility that concentration brings, VGT has outperformed QQQ on almost every big metric as we see. For an investor who wants the NASDAQ 100 specifically, with the Amazons, with the Googles, included alongside their tech core, obviously QQQ is structurally the correct choice and it's delivered some insanely great returns on its own. Look, I own QQQ as part of my regular weekly accumulation because I want the broader NASDAQ 100 exposure rather than just pure tech sector concentration, right? Amazon, Google, Meta, right? Operating inside QQQ is part of that exposure profile that I want inside of my accumulation pool, right? But I want to be clear here, right? The performance of data that we see favors VGT. If pure tech exposure at a lower cost is the goal, the numbers of course make a case over any multi-year period in VGT's favor. I got some questions for you guys down below in that comment section. Knowing that VGT has outperformed QQQ by roughly 3.5 to 4 percentage points annually over 10 years at half the expense ratio at that, does that change which fund you'd actually choose if you were starting fresh today? And number two, the inclusion of Amazon, Google, right, inside of QQQ, but not VGT. Do those companies belong in a tech-focused position to you, or do you prefer the pure tech definition that VGT uses? Let us know down below in the comment section. If you're just getting started with all this and you want to learn an income investing strategy that I plan to use, especially during my retirement years with stocks like and ETFs like QQQ, you want to attend the full ARC option strategy workshop. It's 90 minutes long. At the end, you get my 15 favorite stocks under $30, my 2 premium calculators, and my full trade log template. So if you want all those free bonuses plus the free workshop, click the first link in the description of today's video. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.